Alrighty, Ashley, welcome back to another episode of Footy Nuffies, mate. It's been a big week in footy. Let's get the elephant in the room addressed immediately. The trophy. Not bad. First bit of silverware for the Amos under-9s there, mate, on Sunday. And yet, should we show everyone the jumper? The mighty Amo Geelong Amateurs?
Where? Yeah.
You might have to stand up a bit. Magnificent, hey? What a kit. What a kit. Get around that one. So what happened Sunday, mate? What was the go?
We won our round robin.
Round robin. So shout out to Hanlon Group that sponsored the day, and the Bell Park Footy Club as well. They put on the day for everyone, which was wonderful. But it was a great day. It was raising money for the Zoe Kennedy Foundation. So if you can get around that and donate some money, you'll find that online, no doubt. But played 4 games of footy. The 4th was the grand final, which was awesome. So you had a couple of games initially, which you won pretty comfortably. Did you kick any?
7 in total of all those 4 games.
7 for the day, not bad, hey? And you got the first goal in the grand final.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You go down the likes Tommy Hawkins in the 22 grand final, Travis Varco in the 2011 grand final. Sure, there's others from others teams, but that was awesome, wasn't it? Because in junior footy here in Victoria, anyway, I don't know about other states across Australia, but junior footy you don't really play off for any silverware until under 14s, which is a bit crazy in my book, but that was awesome, wasn't it? So they're going to run it again next year. You'll be under 10s, but hopefully we can see if we can run it back and go back to back. So that's that. We'll keep that there. We've got to take it back to the club this week, but we'll keep it there for now. Also, just want to touch on Elijah Holland's pretty tough watching there last Thursday, was it? Collingwood Pies?
Yeah.
Collingwood Carlton. Pretty tough watching. He's obviously battling through something which we don't need to know about. It's up to him and his medical team, but we just want to send our love and respect out to him and his family because life can be pretty tough at times, and it's really important that we're speaking up to our mates or checking in on our mates and speaking up with our family and friends as well, so that if we're going through anything, we can try and address it head on rather than perhaps going alone. You don't have to face anything alone. There's always people around you. So we're sending out our thoughts for him and thinking of him and his family. Zach Butters off the hook. That's a win for common sense.
Mm.
What did you think? There was we spoke about it briefly last week, but there was no evidence apart from the umpire's word versus Zach Butters and Ollie Wines' word. There was no, that they wear microphones, but it cut out. Hard to convict a man without any strong evidence. Happy he got off?
Yeah.
Don't care? Happy? Yeah?
Actually, no, maybe. I would have liked him to have like a week or something.
A week?
Yeah. I know, I would have liked a week.
Oh my God. Oh, no, yeah, because Geelong's playing him. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, give him a couple of weeks, get through Geelong, and then, I'm picking up what you're putting down. So that's good. A win for common sense. And one more before we get into this week's episode. Sack Watch, mate. It's ongoing. I reckon Vossi's leading the way. I mean, we thought he was leading the way last week, but that was a bad loss against Collingwood. They wet the bed. Big time.
I saw this thing on Dan Gorringe earlier, and he was out he went with this guy or something to try and make these rules.
Oh, yeah.
And one of them was, can Carlton only play for a half?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just play for the first half, and they probably have won 5 or 6 games this year if they played for the first half only. We're going to talk about this later in the episode as well, any heat on Ross Lyon yet? Have you got any concerns about his position as a St Kilda coach?
No.
Not yet?
No.
All right. That's okay.
Because they just probably win this week.
I suspect so, yeah. They've played some good sides, but I suppose my only concern...
Who did they beat again?
So they beat... Have we put that down there? Oh, tell me. No, they beat GWS away. Remember that was
pretty good.
That was a silly bet by us, and they beat Power, which Power's Power, but who knows? Power looked brilliant last week against Hawthorn. But they've lost to the Pies, Crows, D's, and Lions. We'll talk about that later. We've got them under the pump, unfortunately. Sorry, St Kilda supporters. Now, most watchable players, Ash. So we're jumping around a bit here, and we are going to get into the news, under the pump, and highlights from the weekend's round. But just wanted to touch on most watchable players at the moment in the AFL. Go with yours, go with mine. I'll go first. Cozzy Pickett. He is bums on seats operator. So he kicks goals. Everyone loves someone who can kick goals. He's built his engine up over the pre-season. I mean, he was showing stuff last year, absolutely. But this year, he is playing in the midfield a lot more. He's impacting many more contests. He's winning hard balls. He gets in and out of traffic.
Because we thought that how much he was getting paid or something.
$2 million a season or something.
Yeah, but we thought it wasn't worth it.
I thought that was overs. Absolutely, yeah, we did. And but I tell you what,
maybe for the money.
Yeah, maybe he's performing for the money. Well, you've got to perform for the money, but no, I agree with you. Like, we were a bit sceptical there last year when they signed that contract, but I love watching him and linking up with his cousin as well. That's just unbelievable. Now, your most watchable player in the AFL at the moment, 6-7 rounds in.
Jack Ginnivan.
Jack Guinea. Why is that?
Because he probably been much better than he was in probably like 24, 25. You know? Yeah.
I certainly had a lot of question marks on him when he was at Collingwood, and even the year he got traded to Hawthorn. I thought his season, not his season. I thought his career was at a crossroads and just about over. But I agree with you. He's really his football brain, I reckon, is incredible, isn't it? Like, probably didn't get the credit that he deserved in years gone by, but now you can see him getting to more contests, playing through the middle a bit more. But the way he reminds me a little bit of Steve Johnson. I know he was a bit before your time, but just like out of the side of his eye, he could just pop a identify a target. But he'd be running and looking face like straight on, and then he'd just kick it off the side of his boot or link up with a player that opposition weren't expecting it, so to speak. But anyway, I agree with you there. He's bums on seats as well. In the news, mate, Luke Parker, what a revelation. So they've sent him down back, half-back, back pocket. He is having a potential All-Australian season. He's accumulating disposals. He's setting up the game from behind the ball. And they've got blokes like Caleb Daniel down there as well, which really helps. Harry Sheasel plays a bit off half-back and then a bit through the middle. So and we'll talk about them later in the highlights because they are really impressing me at the moment. But Luke Parker, he looks rejuvenated. The bloke's played 310 or 320 games, and he looks like he's maybe in 150 games in. He's got energy. He's looking good out there. So, potential All-Australian season incoming. Are you liking what you're seeing?
Yeah, he's played much better than what he was last year.
I agree, yeah. It was a little bit questionable last year, wasn't it? But it makes sense that, you need older heads amongst some of those younger footballers, but you still thought, oh gosh, is he a bit past it? But
now Colby McKirk is also with him and all that.
Exactly. So you've got a bloke like Parker that's played so much footy that can teach these younger guys and, lead by example. Next in the news, mate, the Dogs have been ravaged with injuries. I think for any of those that saw the game Friday night, obviously awesome result for the Mighty Cats, but terrible news for Sam Darcy. That's an ACL. He's gone for 12 months. Is that the second time he's done an ACL? Yeah, I don't know if it's the same league, different league, but awful.
No, same league.
Same league, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
Saints last year, Cats this year.
Oh, that's a shame.
I think it's pretty, last year I think it was that Easter Sunday night game or something.
Might have been the year before that, was it?
24,
yeah, the year before last, yeah. Okay, so then he come back last year, played a bit. And, it's horrible, isn't it? And then O'Donnell as well did his hammy. I was reading today, they're suggesting 4 to 5 weeks for O'Donnell. That's a long hamstring. Rory Lobb was cleared of injury, which is great.
Oh, yeah.
But also liver concussions. So having a look at the team sheet for them, they've made like 5 changes. Chalor's back in, Buslinger's back in, Bont has been named. We'll talk about the dogs later as well. But yeah, a lot of changes there at the kennel. The next one there, you might not know this, but
Toby Green.
Toby Green, he's taking the mantle as the most played Giants, or most games for the Giants this weekend against the Kangaroos. So that's going to be a cracking game. But 268 games he'll tick over this weekend. How many games are you at?
19.
19, that's all right. You've got, you got 2 this weekend, don't you? You're catching him. You're only 240 behind. Very good. 268 games of AFL football is unbelievable. One game's unbelievable, but 268.
And he's paid a lot of money.
He has paid a lot of money. In fact, how many games has he missed through suspension? He could be at 300 almost. That would be an interesting statistic to have a look at. How many has he missed through suspension? And the last bit of news there that found a little intriguing this week is the 2 clubs continue to fight over Waverley. So Hawthorn's moved out to Dingley. They've got their headquarters out there now, but Richmond, obviously redeveloping Punt Road at the moment, doing a lot of works there. And Melbourne do a little bit of training at Gosh's Paddock.
Don't they do some in KC?
KC, yeah, as well, but I think that's a bit of a touchy subject, KC, because they've got to travel 50 metres out of town, 50 minutes out of town, so apparently they're both trying to get into Waverley Park. Melbourne's got something on the go that hasn't been confirmed. I suppose it's just in the infancy stages at the moment with Caulfield Racecourse, setting up a headquarters there, so we'll see, hey, but interesting. It makes you appreciate how great the facilities like our club Geelong have down there at Kardinia Park, MHBH Stadium.
Do we just train there?
Just train there. Over summer they do a little bit of training over at Deakin University, but predominantly Kardinia Park, and then there's a lot of other clubs as well that have got great setups. But tough going for Richmond and Melbourne at the moment, that's for sure. Birdie was just putting his 2 cents in with the episode there, which is nice. Who's under the pump this week, Ash?
Bulldogs.
Yeah, is that a fair call?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, start of the season, unbelievable, weren't they? 4 on the trot. I saw first time that the Dogs were the last team undefeated at the start of the season since 1961. But that's all gone down the drain now because they've lost to the Hawks over in Gatherround and they've lost to the Cats. Missing Tim English is killing them. Louis Emmett's having a fair dinkum crack in the middle, but it's just not cutting the mustard. I think, Mitch Edwards was 7 centimetres taller than him on Friday night, and you could just see, couldn't you? Mitch Edwards and Louis Emmett both played similar amount of games. I think Edwards might have an extra 3 or 4 on him, but not much. But just that height. And then, they're moving Rory Lobb up the ground, aren't they, to play in the ruck? And then they
need that spare man down the fence.
Yeah, and it's just killing them, isn't it? Because they got O'Donnell down back, which they don't have now. Buku had a pretty good game last Friday, but it's just leaving him, short change. I saw they're bringing in Ryan Gardner this week as well, who's a key defender, but just suffering a little bit there, which is a shame for them. But the other question, Bont, that was probably one of the poorest outings he's had in a long, long time. Oshin Mullen tagged him and he wore him like a cheap dinner suit. It was, poor old Bont just absolutely struggled. Richards, is he playing injured? He took that knock against Hawth on the week before.
But he's got like 26, he got 26 touches.
Still had 26, I know. Apparently his disposal efficiency wasn't as good though, but...
That's like Bailey Smith.
Wow. Yeah, he can butcher a bit, can't he? The next run there, Ash, what's their next run look like?
Swans at home, which they probably lose. Freo at home.
Probably lose that. Freo's looking good.
Power away. Probably win.
Probably win.
Because I think they have Tim English back, don't they?
He should be back surely in 2 or 3 weeks, so potentially.
Warriors home, win. D's home, I can lose that.
Probably lose the way D's been playing.
Pies home, Pies win, I reckon.
Probably.
And then Hawks.
MCG.
Hawks.
Yeah, so they're sitting 4 and 2 at the moment. I don't know. They could be what?
So
6 and 9
I reckon.
or something at round 13.
Beat Pies, beat Power.
Beat Blues, maybe 3, so maybe...
No, I meant, beat Blues,
maybe,
beat Power, 2, 1, 2, 3,
maybe
4, 5.
7
I reckon,
and 7. Or 7.
No, I reckon they're going to be 6 and 8.
6 and 8, yeah. Yeah, look.
6 and 7 or something.
It'll be interesting, won't it? It'll be interesting. Even from that position, they could probably still make finals, really. But they need to get their cattle back on the park, don't they? They need Tim English back out there. Libba going down as well. Like, what does that look like? He's had a few concussions now. Yeah, got some concerns there for the doggies and for Bevo. The next one, mate. This one might be a little stiff, but I'm going to lean into it. St Kilda, yeah. So, at what point, this is my question to you and to the audience, at what point do we become concerned and start sounding the alarm? They're 2 and 4 at the moment, Saints.
But they were good in 23. There was a 23 or 4.
Finals in 23 or 4 or something, yeah.
And then there's...
But they've refinanced their mortgage and spent every dollar they've got on their credit card to get all the players they got in. They've played patches of good footy. And I saw Ross Lyon's press conference after the game, and he was very much a typical Ross fashion, you know. He gets asked the question, and he'll put it back on the report, or the journalist reporters, and says, "Well, what do you think, you know?" And it's like, Ross, how long can you play that smug sort of, you know, jovial, you know,
wide more defence instead of...
Yeah, like, well, just the way he responds to journalists and things, like how long can he play that personality for? Like, at some point he has to take some ownership and go, you know, or does he believe his side is not where the broader AFL community were led to believe that they were? Because more broadly speaking, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn. I think the broader AFL community were led to believe that they have loaded up to play finals. And he's suggesting, oh, look, you know, we've played... I'm trying to see if I can do his, the way he talks. Oh, played the Pies, Crows and D's. Is that Ross Lyon? Probably not. Probably not.
It's pretty good.
No, not bad. Oh, well, he's suggesting they played Pies, Crows, D's and Lions. Oh, you know, all these sides are going to play finals. Yeah, well, mate, are you going to play finals? Because if they're going to play finals and you think you're going to play finals, you need to beat them, don't you? Can't just lose to, we're losing to top 8 sides, so wait till we beat up on Richmond and West Coast and then, you know, look at how good we are then. It's like, it doesn't make you any good if you're beating up on Richmond and West Coast. I don't know. That's where I'm at anyway. They're 13th on the ladder. They're next. They got West Coast at home. Of course they win that, don't they? They probably beat the Blues at home, but then they got the Suns away. They lose. So then what's that? That's
4 and 5.
4 and 5. And then they got the Tigers. They win.
5 and 5.
5 and 5. But then they got Freo, Hawks, Swans. I suspect they lose all of those.
5 and 8.
5 and 8. So from there they could probably. That's we're at round 13. So there's still like 10 weeks to go. Yeah, perhaps they still scrape in for a wild card round.
Maybe like 9 and
8, 9, 10.
9, 14.
9 to 14. Oh, 9, 14 overall. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? I don't know, but and then the whole wild card round. There's another discussion, isn't there? Is it just set up for mediocrity? But I say that Geelong might finish in the wild card round and perhaps, or might finish 7th or 8th and then get beaten by 9th or 10th. So I'll be eating my words down the line. But that's it. Under the pump this week. We've left Carlton alone. We can't keep putting them under there, and Richmond's battling away. But so Bulldogs and Saints, leave us a comment if you agree with those and your reasons why. If you disagree, also leave a comment and tell us why. Hey, some of the highlights from round 6. Taylor Walker, he was getting a bath.
I know, it was
an absolute bath.
Wilkie had like 12 intercept marks in the first quarter.
He was on fire. So, you're 34, 35 years old. How old is Taylor Walker? He's 35?
Yeah, something like that.
You're 35 years old, thereabouts. You're getting absolutely beaten, well and truly, at quarter time. He has pulled an absolute rabbit out of the hat. He's come out and kicked 5 goals for the game. He was the difference, just about, on Saturday night there for the Saints, and for Adelaide, and in a game that went down to the wire, he kicked a goal late in the game, which was brilliant on the boundary line. I've just got to take my hat off to Taylor Walker. Unbelievable. They're suggesting he's like a fine wine. He's getting better with age. Who's next there, mate? Your man.
Jezza.
Tell you what, it wasn't a full house, was it, Friday night? It wasn't a full house, but it went bananas when he got that 10th, didn't he? And that was a great mark, wasn't it? He fended off Buku.
It looks better than actually like you think it is.
Yeah, well, because we were at the other end of the ground.
We just thought it was normal.
Thought it was like bit of body and then just go back. It wasn't though, was it? Like
it was one-handed, and that tapped on his hand and it just came into it.
Yeah, unbelievable. And I watched the clip today from a podcast. Can't think of the bloke's name. He was an ex-Giants and Fremantle player. Anyway,
David Mundy.
No, it's another bloke. He had
No, it wouldn't be
he
David
has
Mundy.
Jezza and Toby Green on each week, and they just talk footy. But Jezza said that Sean Manor ran across to him and said, "Mate, there's like 15 seconds on the clock. If you're going to play on, you've got to go now," sort of thing. And he ran around, got the kick away, and then, as it was, I think there was a second or two left on the clock. But unbelievable. So I also said to Ashton at that game when he did that, I've never been at a game when someone's kicked 10 goals. And I said, geez, Ash, that's not bad. You're like 8 years old and you've been at a game when someone's kicked 10. That's pretty cool. And it was the first time someone's kicked 10 at Kardinia Park in 32 years. So we were there for a little bit of history. It was great. Great for cats, terrible for doggies. We had a Bulldog supporter behind us that was not overly impressed, was he? He was hoping that the Bulldogs would beat Jeremy Cameron. But they lost.
Not the cats, but Jeremy Cameron.
Yeah, exactly. That's where it got to for the poor old doggy supporters. It was just beat Jezza and not the cats. Paul Curtis, mate, he's a freak. He really started off last year well, didn't he? But then he got suspended for a few weeks, which was probably a little bit controversial.
That was a short he did with no more tackling in the AFL.
Exactly. And is that, the tackle's gone, but 6 goals on the weekend. They're a dangerous side, the Roos, aren't they? They've got multiple avenues to goal now. They've got Larky, who's a freak, Trembar, that goes down and takes a big mark. And also, what's the bloke with all the tats? Number 44?
Zeha. But he was half back that game.
He was, which was interesting, wasn't it? A bloke that's played forward most of his career. But then you got Paul Curtis down forward, just lively, getting goals. And then in the midfield now, like we've spoken about their midfield a couple episodes ago, but McKercher, Sheasel, it's getting deeper.
Sheasel and McKercher, they can also play like half-back.
Run off the half-back, which you can really set up the game.
And then Parker, he can just swap in for Sheasel.
Give him little spells in the midfield, And then down back, that's probably their biggest question, but they're getting there, aren't they? Like Toby Pink looks really solid. Excited to see what North do this year. They're in the top 6, aren't they, at the moment? Unbelievable.
They got like 14% from that Richmond.
Yeah, massively. 75 points. So. They look good. Hey, Melbourne, 3 p.m, Sunday afternoon, MCG. You do not want to play them 3 p.m. Sunday at the MCG.
Well, I don't think we are.
No, thankfully. They are. That's their time slot. They come to play. They knocked over Gold Coast. They've knocked over Brisbane.
They knocked over Saints too.
Knocked over Saints. I know these sides are playing away from home. Saints are in Melbourne, but the other two are playing away from home, but it does not matter. They own that time slot and location.
They're 4-2 and they're 3-0 on Sunday.
Yeah. Hey, we should make a bet about that. Geez, this is not good, is it? Teaching Ashton betting habits, but not about money, but more so just about going for a run or an eating challenge or something. But we should make a bet. We should look at their. Maybe this week we'll have a look at their fixture and see what Sunday afternoon games at MCG they've got. Anyway, we'll look at that. Last one, mate. Essendon and Power. Huge shout out to those teams. I thought they were wonderful on the weekend. We were out for dinner, weren't we, Saturday night, watching the Power, and that was just. I couldn't believe how close they pushed it to Hawthorn. In fact, Georgiades had a shot with a minute left on the clock.
Yeah, if you got it, they would tell you.
And he's a beautiful set shot for goal. So it's probably lucky for Hawthorn that he missed it. Essendon as well. I remember like we were Saturday afternoon having a play date with some friends, but I mean you kept saying, "Oh, Essendon's in front." I said, "It doesn't matter, mate. Gold Coast will come back." But they only just got them.
I know, like, it
wasn't convincing, was it?
Yeah, Gold Coast. I thought they were going to win that by 75.
Oh, me too.
I thought it was going to get ugly.
Yeah, no. Well done to Essendon. They've changed some names in the team. Moved a few people around, but it's working for them. They seem to be getting a clean bill of health, which is good. That really helps. You need to have your personnel on the ground. It's going to make for an absolutely massive Anzac Day clash this Saturday. That's going to do it for that portion of the episode. Let's move on to round 7. We'll give our predictions, and then I think we will wrap it up for this week. Yeah, we actually have to go back and check the episodes to see how I don't even know how we're travelling. I feel like we're getting a few right.
Yeah.
Maybe not margins, but we get tips right. This week, I've had a look at this. Today. This week's tough. Let's kick on. You go first with the Dogs Swans. You might help me with my pick.
Yeah. Okay. So Swans, and
Heaney's out, by the way.
Heaney still. I don't really with Heaney. There's three Dogs v 1 Swan. It's probably not. So I'm going Swans by 22.
All right. I'm going to go Dogs. It's at Marvel. They love that. I think Bond's going to have a huge game. I know.
You know sports, but they're doing Swans by $3.
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Swans by 22. I'm doing. You're going Dogs.
I'm going to do Dogs.
By?
9 points.
No. All right.
You got the Swans. I'll take Dogs. Tigers D's Friday night. Oh, it's going to be a fizzer.
D's by 42.
42. Yeah, D's by 58. Oh, could really blow out. Hopefully the Tigers really stand up. I'd love to see a bit more from some of their younger guys. I know that's really hard for them. I did watch a clip from, I think it might have been Footy Classified or something. Anyway, Dermot Bratton was on there talking about Richmond and suggesting that wouldn't it be great if the AFL team list could be bigger, so Richmond could, all clubs identify people in the VFL or the SANFL and pick them up sooner than the mid-season draft, because they were talking about someone like that Angus Anderson, or Angry Anderson they're calling him at Collingwood. He was playing in the VFL last year, and all of a sudden he's just come straight into Collingwood, and he looks brilliant. And there was another bloke they were referring to as well. But anyway, it does beg the question. Why I lent into that was if they had some mature age players there, like 25, 26-year-olds from the VFL that have played 6 or 7 years of high-level footy, that would really help some of their younger players, perhaps, like develop some of these younger guys. Anyway, just a thought. Yeah. Won't happen. Not for some time anyway. I can't see that happening.
Hawks Suns.
Hawks and Suns, yeah.
I'm going Hawks by 17.
17, yeah, I don't mind that. It's at the MC. No, it's down in Tasmania. Oh, yeah, Hawks love Tas. Nah, yeah, this will be a massive test for the Suns. I'm going to go the Hawks by 21.
Yeah.
They haven't announced their team yet, but I suspect Charles still out. He did that hamstring, didn't he?
Yeah.
Gunson's still running around. Bombers and Pies, mate. This could be closer than we think.
Yep, I'm doing Pies by 17.
Okay, well, I want the Bombers to win, and Collingwood just can't seem to kick goals until that last quarter they did. I'll go Pies by like 11, but I hope the Bombers win.
But you know what? I'm going to do like a Pies with like 11, 15, 81. VS Dons. What was my margin?
10, 10, 70. Well, that'd be 11 points for me.
Yeah. 9, 10, 64. You know, like the Pies, they kick twice at points.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Just like
even just the
rush,
yeah, but even just the avenues to goal, they're just struggling to find targets
it's
inside
more
40,
just
50.
like Nick Baker, if he gets the clearance, that's just what they need.
Yeah. You see, yesterday or today, an article, and it could all be absolute rubbish and fabrication, but Tasmania Tigers chasing, or Devils or whatever they are, chasing Bo McQuarrie in a pay him like $7 million contract over like 5 years or something, or 4 years.
Why aren't they chasing Davis?
Oh, look, they'll be chasing heaps of players, but yeah, it was just interesting. Bo McQuarrie, I mean, he's a good footballer, by the way, but yeah, he's not Dacos, isn't he? But Power on the Cats Saturday evening. I think there's a doubleheader Saturday night, isn't there?
Yeah, 6:35 and 8:15.
Nice one.
Geelong by
Power.
Geelong by 48.
48. I hope you're right. Power were really good last week, so well done to them. Can they back it up 2 weeks in a row? Yes, they're on their home deck. Geelong's got a good record at that Adelaide Oval. I know back in the Cats. Maybe 32 points or something. I hope they blow it right out. Good to bank some percentage this time of the year, but Freo and Blues over there, mate. That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, Freo by 62.
Yeah, Freo by 50. They got Hayden Young back. He looked good last week. Jai Amiss, he looked good last week. It was sort of his turn to kick a bag. Murphy Reid just looks unreal. Shai Bolton. They got a lot of pieces in that puzzle, don't they? Josh Tracy,
Patrick Boss,
Paddy Boss, and even down back, you know, they've got a bit. Yeah. So.
What about the rest of Luke Ryan?
Luke Ryan's playing down back. Yeah. So he missed the first game or two. He was a bit of a selection drama there, but no, he got back into the side and he's looking good too. Their captain Alex Pearce, he looks good. So, you know, they may have the side to challenge the top four this year. They may have it. Saints and Eagles over here.
Saints by 68.
Yeah. Saints, 50 points. They could actually no. Saints by like 24 points.
No,
Saints don't blow games out.
Yeah.
But you could against West Coast.
I'm gonna do it to 48.
Yeah.
Or 47.
Yeah, Saints aren't a high-scoring team, but maybe against the Eagles they will. But Lions and Crows up at the Gabba.
The Lions by 4.
I'm going to go Lions by 28. Don't know if Jordan Dawson's back. Obviously had some sad news in his family last week, or the week before, but yeah, I think the Lions get them comfortably. And then the Giants and Roos. This is in Canberra. This is interesting.
Giants by 18.
I want the Roos to win, but yeah, I think the Giants by 22. I've got pretty similar numbers across some of my games, but anyway, that's going to do us for this week. You're playing 2 games of footy, filling in for one of the other under-9 sides Friday night. Excited? It's the proper season is back now. And then your game in our side on Saturday morning. Very cool. Footy's back, so it's good. You got basketball back too, don't you? Got cross-country, district cross-country tomorrow. You're a busy man. Anyway, guys, if you haven't, please like and subscribe. Drop a comment below. It's great to engage with some of our viewers, so thank you. That's probably about it, I think, for this week. Have a great weekend. Oh, actually, from the top, anyway, if you're still around, we didn't do a game day vlog last week. That's my bad. I dragged the train a bit there, didn't I? And we got there a bit late for the game, but we still got there 5 minutes before it started, but anyway, we were rushing. I think that's about it. Oh, we might do a live video on Saturday for the Geelong Power game. Anyway, stay tuned. Thanks, guys.